Martin Luther King once said, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends." Now, to those of you out there who are people of color, you know what that means because you're probably experiencing that right now. For those of you who are not people of color, for those of you who are not black, you are probably right now thinking a little bit about how you're reacting to the friends or colleagues or acquaintances of color that you know, whether they're black or brown. And that's a good thing for you to be doing. You should be thinking about it because in this time, especially for black people and other people of color who are dealing with daily microaggressions, daily discrimination, daily forces that are working to, in some ways at best, limit our progress, and at worst, end our lives. In nowhere was that perhaps more apparent than in the senseless, tragic, and cold-hearted killing of George Floyd on the streets of Minneapolis, Minnesota. So where are these friends of yours? What are they saying? What are they doing? What do they feel? Are they silent? Are they talking to you? Are they checking in on you? Are they really sincerely curious about how you're doing? And what have they said about the killing, the cold-hearted killing of George Floyd? What are they saying? How do they feel? What do they think? These are the questions that need to be posed to a lot of people because I look up and down my Facebook feed and I see a lot of silence, an overwhelming silence, a deafening silence. And yet in some other ways, I see the roar of people who understand, witness, and speak out against injustice. Martin Luther King had another quote: "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." Well, when you think about the two quotes that I offered from Dr. King, maybe the pieces begin to come together a little bit. The silence of our friends. Injustice anywhere being a threat to justice everywhere. When we stay silent and we don't speak up, we don't show support, our silence becomes deafening, especially to the people who are affected by what's happening in our world today. Because what's happening in our world today didn't just start in the last few days with the killing of George Floyd. No, this has been going on for way longer than that. This has been going on since before many of us were even born. And yet here we are, we continue to experience the same things over and over again. And yet people who are in positions of privilege and power remain deaf. As deaf as they were 50 and 60 years ago during the height of the civil rights movement. That's how deaf, really deaf, and tone deaf they are today. So ask yourself again about the silence of your friends. The ones who aren't checking on you to see how you're doing. Maybe you're that person that's been silent. What are you thinking? What's going through your head?